Hello everyone, my name is Nova Payton.
I'm Tobias Young.
And we are proud members of the Greater DC Theater Arts community.
Both of us have had the privilege of performing and collaborating with fellow artists in the DMV for many years. And so on behalf of many of these artists, theater administrators, and arts advocates, we have a special presentation for you.
We're here to announce the inception of a new grassroots organization named the Black Artist Coalition.
The Black Artist Coalition, or BAC, is an assembly of Black DMV theater artists and advocates who are committed to dismantling racially biased practices within our regional theater institutions.
Our goal is to support and improve the well-being of local Black artists and theater practitioners by demanding and holding our theater heads accountable to actionable pursuits of equity reform.
Our principal objectives include establishing a safe environment for Black artists and administrators to document their experiences while working in the white American theater,
creating a code of conduct to hold local theaters accountable,
and finally, self-producing creative work for and by Black artists such as tonight's presentation.
The Black Artist Coalition proudly presents I Am, a celebration of Black artistry.
Just last month, BAC called out to the Black artist community, and without any hesitation, handfuls of artists bravely answered.
Whether on the stage or in the streets, America has continued to display its limited or complete absence of value for Black people.
You're about to witness a collective acknowledgement of our limitless self-worth and power as Black artists to defend Black life.
We trust that these pieces will move you to donate, as all proceeds will go to National Action Network.
We look forward to your support as we share what's to come from the Black Artist Coalition. But without further ado, we ask that you stand with us in declaring that Black Lives Matter and enjoy I Am.
Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could turn your joy and laughter into tears and pain. I'm telling you, love is in need of love today. Don't delay, send yourself right away. I'm telling you, hey, it's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it goes too far. The force of evil plan to make you its possession. Ooh. And it will if you let them destroy. Check us out. Y'all like that? We all must make that's it. Precautionary measures. If peace and joy be a treasure, you hear me when I say I'm telling you love is in need of love today. No. no more defeat. Hey, it's going round and breaking all the hearts. Stop it, just stop it, please, before it goes too far. Ha, 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 ha. Whoa, yeah. Listen, y'all. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Matter of fact, trust me when I say love has set us all free.
I am here. I am here because of those Africans who were captured, transported, sold, enslaved, beaten, raped, maimed, and murdered. I am here because of a rabid failure of the moral imagination of those who bought into their own delusions of superiority. I am here because of Ahmad and Brianna and Tony and George and every single other one. But I am also here because of those who resisted, rebelled, revolted, fought, fled, outwitted, outsmarted, outmaneuvered, outlasted, and outshined those who tried to entomb them beneath the earth and bury them above the land. I am here because my Jamaican grandfather immigrated to the United States and believed that he could achieve what any man could achieve, and that his progeny deserved to drink and enjoy the nectar of this world. But most importantly, I am here because of that ungraspable, unrelenting, universal force that animates everything seen and anything unseen. I am here because I am connected to that force, and nothing real or imagined can disconnect me from it, because I am here.
Stop and take a minute to be alone and realize how you feel. Are you living life the way you wanna? Are you taking time for what is real? We talk and talk about what needs to happen. It seems like everybody should improve. If change is like a chemical reaction, I think the activation starts with you. In time, everything must change. Nothing ever stays the same. Every day we have to choose what we're gonna do. It's all up to you. Be the change that you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, just you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, just you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. You talk to, pretending as if you are in the know, when really you're the one who needs to listen, 'cause preaching is a cover for your soul. The the time is now. I sit around just waiting, act as if your brother is in need. If it were you, there'd be no hesitating. So give yourself with generosity. In time, everything must change. Nothing ever stays the same. Every day we have to choose what we're gonna do. It's all up to you. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, just you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, just you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see.
I'm tired. Tired of crying. Tired of the person I've been playing to survive. Lay it down now, lay it down. I've reached into this trough of bile. It wasn't mine, but I ripped myself open and packed it in. Sometimes it would seep out. It wasn't mine, see, but something said, pack it in, pack it in. Sew it up, sew it up, sew it up, sew it up, sew it up. And I did, choking on this bile, and it's not mine. It's not mine. It's never been mine. Lay it down now, lay it down. I've watched myself as I've spoken to them. I've watched myself contort grotesquely. I've heard it in my voice, felt it in my breath. Held. I could taste it in the room. Their room. But my seams have been ripped open and I've spilled out. It's all over the floor. The stench, the shame. And the power is here too. Let it come out. All of it. Let it come. Let it come. Let it come. Let it come. Let it come in a flood. Leave me no chance to scoop it back in. This is who I am. Who I've always been. It's safe to come out now. Only thing they can do is kill you. That's all they've ever been able to do. But look at you. You glorious creature. You goddess. You queen. Say it again. You queen. Don't you let them kill you while you're living. I am the granddaughter of Doris Jane Rose and Alberta Dunmore Wilson. I am the daughter of Shanae Teresa Rose. I am Erica Michelle Rose, and I am a beautiful child of God. Amen.
I am speaking for my community as a black man and as a black artist. Our voices have value. Our voices have meaning. Our voices inspire. Our voices shine. Our voices have always done that. And our voices will continue to do that. I am speaking.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, brown blue waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty, part of rooted plain, America, America. God shed his grace on thee and crown thy hoods with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. From sea to shining sea. One place stolen by the making of another. Life earned by Buddy Back, a woman whose queendom is the black market scheme of generations enslaved. The mind and body made way for producing livestock. The cock crows and morning comes too soon. Always too soon, but not soon enough. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Call me America. Call me poetry written in black gold blood. Call me descendant of queens and kings who knew chains on bodies, kingdoms stolen by the hubris of those who themselves had no historical fact-based truth, and why you and I had to die in order for them to sit fat in houses. Spouses drowning, spouses drowning, spouses drowning, drowned by their greed. We still plead for scraps, whether by working on broken legs or on back, twerk, pop, hop, to the tune of the money train that displays a whole new regime of gods. And God we trust, and God we fuss, and God we cuss, looking at and worshiping gods that don't even motherfucking look like us. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. Call me a harlot. Call me a hoe. Call me a trans woman whose gender makes you incomplete. Call me that diva with that fear sick beat that you want to dance to, that entrances you, that makes you want to forget the clicks that beat in the brain, and that is the tricks of slave master whip. Call me a witch enchantress, because the entrance to my womb is the secret you try to beat out of those who came before me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. That man, white like snow, say 1% of him is greater than the sum of 100% of you. His ideology is a false god, parading his money for children foot wars, and who is mining the store. Twerk, chick, flip the switch and turn your mind on. Look at him and how he is made rich from the blood of natives. His land bought and sold, land whose currency was the lives of our sacred dead. Forced them to cut their hair, make unfair the circumstances. His land tended by black bodies in successions on sea, walk back and forth. We so powerful that even in his hate, his sons still try to be like me, burn cross in effigy to their hate and debate whether we're monkeys or born from the seed of a coward in a garden made by their white god. I have had enough. It's supper time. It's supper time. It's time to sit at the table. Somehow I'm unable, because that man of mine, he won't be coming home anytime soon. Soon we won't be blue anymore from beating a beater. You say they tell us who to be, but my own identity is older than when tongue had sounds to make language. The grunt and groan of first knowing, the cracks are showing. They hang the noose to silence the truth. I rant, I rave, I will not lie beneath you. And you come on my dreams and force me to give birth to your own. I am a queen. I am that thing that is so high. The sky is my ground. Cut their hair, they did. Cut their hair and said, God don't care for your queerness. cut their bodies and said God don't care for humanity, and now they sit fat, 1% against their filth of their making. We swim, scheming, attempting revolutions, screaming, scheming, screaming, believing in the people. But are we heard? Are we heard? I am a black trans woman. Call me by my name. I list, I spit, I kiss, I fuck, I walk, I talk, I live in defiance of their definition. Those people think we less fresh, and yet at every moment try to steal our ideas, make money off of our authenticity, make caricatures of our royalty. They make light of those things that are heavy. And so I stand here. So I sit here. So I live here. So I fuck here on this soil, on Mother Earth, and give birth to children that will set ablaze their ideology and make art and make peace and make love and do battle with their love of wars and hysteria and weapons of mass destruction that leave so many bleeding their histories on time's floor. Call this a libation on Yemaya's shores. Call me a whore. Call me a pagan. Call me an affront. Call me I am the mother of a verbal revolution, and the world will be changed by the spin of my twirl. Girl, this shit has just begun. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
Hello everyone, my name is Ines, and this is an original piece called Out of Spite. Something's telling me that I'll be fine. I'm ignoring all the lies. I forgive you and all your fibbing tales. I'm unlocking myself out of hell. I was losing my mind. Could you find me? There was nowhere else to hide. Took me on my mind to renew my sight, reminding me that my light was never out of spite. You are sick, and I should have known. Your booze are band-aids that only make wounds grow. Pack your suitcase and travel down south. I need a clean slate and not a dirty mouth. I was losing my mind. Could you find me? There was nowhere else to hide. Took me by surprise, and I've renewed my sight, reminding me that my light was never out of spite. I can't bring myself down to keep you high. I can't bring myself down to keep you high. I can't bring myself down to keep keep you high. I'm not that kind. I was never that kind. I was losing my mind. Could you find me? There was nowhere else to hide. I was losing my mind. I'm not that kind. I was losing my light that you wanted out of spite. Thank you.
He had the kindest heart. He could inspire the darkest soul. It seems that he was sweet and shy. His mama said he was responsible. He'd cover up his face if he felt a little cold. He played the violin, just 23 years old. He never touched a gun. They say he was suspicious, yet he'd never hurt a fly before. He'd swear, he swore he was no threat. These people try to scare you with things he's never done. I'll never understand. He didn't have to die. You've seen him as he was. They falsified and lied when he'd comply and he'd concede. That bright young man declared and cried till he had no breath to find the words he'd need. Never held a gun, God. He only raised his hands. He'd stand before you now, incredibly afraid, and he'd pray you'd understand.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us for our I Am celebration with the Black Artists Coalition. Listen, we want to remind you that the Black Artists Coalition is raising funds for the National Action Network. So please donate if you can and do spread the word. I'm Roz White. Thanks for joining us and continue to enjoy. I know I will. See you later. Thanks.
Look, I'm gonna stay right here. Is this all right? Listen, I just need you to know he's got something that belongs to me. A lot, actually. See, I got a lot of questions, and he's the only one with the answers. The only one. See, I don't know how to be a husband, and I got this fear that on my wedding day, I won't be able to walk down the aisle, and I'm gonna need him then. See, I'm gonna need him to talk me through that, and I got some things that belong to him. See, I never been to pry, you know. And I'm gonna need him to see that. I'm gonna need him to see me, see myself. And I'm an actor. I know, right? But the man told me to go after my dreams. So honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it or whatever. But if I do, I'm gonna need him to see that. In moments like this, just like right now, I still haven't figured this out yet, and so I'm gonna need him. You probably can't make out what he's saying right now, but I know him. See, my father's a very, very proud man. He even called us kings growing up. You believe that? I know him, so it may not seem like it, but in all of his wailing and wheezing, he said, he's saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So please, just tell me what you need. Whatever it is. I mean, if it's power, I promise you, you got it. If it's worship, whatever I haven't surrendered to my God, you can have. If it's breath, you've taken quite a few of mine already. So you see, officer, just tell me, what is it that you need? Because I need him here.
I am sifting through some cosmic shit with Metaphysical questions on how to exist, carrying the burden of a hue you view as a threat when it's delivered in this package to your front steps. One black sun in Libra, rising, ascending, untethered, unchained, unleashed, in quest of a mythical American dream. Honestly, I'm tired of looking for your compassion, fighting for those basic tenets, and yet still lacking life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Concepts growing more abstract by the minute. I'm lost in an orbit, and a morbid truth projects from the depths of my intuition. Who answers the cries of a black man when the world has forsaken his God-given right and ability to breathe? Literally, metaphorically, figuratively. And the words escape me as I evaporate into exhaustion. Black sun fading away, should I proceed with caution? I'm caught in the balance, teetering on the cusp. White guilt so shady you cannot see us. Call me a skeptic, call me cynical, but your performative gestures, they border on trivial. Toxic inaction, your saccharine treat, reduced to hashtags and body bags piled up in the streets. But you seem to see my plight as funny. A punchline, a meme. While your stars and bars still tread on me. Unpack that.
Funny, how'd I fail to see this little bedtime tale was funny? I could cry to think of all the irony I've missed. What an unusual twist. Right at the end of it, funny. Who could see that this pathetic scene would be so funny? Once you strain to find the grain of humor underneath, life double crosses with style, forcing you into a smile so it can kick you in the teeth. Just desserts. We can all laugh till it hurts. At my expense, I'm accustomed to working on spec. I always pick up the check. I think it's funny. Who could top or make this comic opera more compelling? You could weave in some deceit to even up the score. You'd have us all on the floor. That would be roaringly funny. Sadden up my life's a joke that suffers in the telling. Just another hoary chestnut from the bottom drawer. I've heard so often before that I can't laugh anymore.
Precious Lord, take my hand and lead me on. Help me stand. I I got a call. There he was. Not that tall, brown skin, lanky, but a whole lot of swag just dripping. I lowered my eyes because I didn't want to stare, but I couldn't believe what I was looking at, who I was looking at. A man walking up to me with my face on his. I was nervous and excited and scared. My stomach was in knots, but not like the kind of knots you get when you're about to vomit, just knots. He said, "What's up, sis?" And I could have fainted right there. This is the beginning of a great, beautiful unknown. I mean, we spent the day together, days together, walking and talking and shooting the shit. You know, trying to combine the puzzle pieces of our lives that were never really put together because, well, drugs. I never knew what it was like to be the middle. I got a call. For 24 years, I was the head, and now I had my baby sister on one side and my newly found big brother on the other. And because of an unexpected search, a few swipes on Instagram, and a deep dive into the DMs, I was a little sister for the first time in my life. My sister and I had a big brother, a protector, a fighter. I got a call. Your brother's been shot. What you mean my brother's been shot in the back of his head? I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Come on, God. Come on, God. God, don't do this. God, don't do this. I need you, God. Come on, don't tell me you lying, God. Come on, Trayvon. Trayvon, talk to me. Come on. Come on, Trayvon. I'll never leave you. Come on. Fight. Come on, bro. Fight. There's nothing you can do. What do you mean there's nothing you can do? I got a call. A single bullet ricocheted through his brain on a Friday night with people watching in the streets. The same streets he tried to escape from. The streets he no longer served took him before he could get out. He lay there and I watched the breath leave his body. And as it left his body, it left mine too. And it left me with only darkness and pain, the anger and pain, the blood and the pain. I buried my heart in the ground, in the ground. When I buried you in the ground. The number 9 will never look the same to me. 9 weeks I had with you. 9, and then we took you. Your blood stained the street, forever imprinted in the heartbeat of this city. I got a call and I'll never be the same. Forgive me. Now lead me home.
I am an invisible man. No, I am not a spook like those who haunted Edgar Allan Poe, nor am I one of your Hollywood movie ectoplasms. I am a man of substance, of flesh and bone, fiber and liquids, and I might even be said to possess a mind. I am invisible, understand, simply because people refuse to see me, like the bodiless heads you see sometimes in circus sideshows. It is as though I have been surrounded by mirrors of hard, distorting glass. When they approach me, they see only my surroundings, themselves, or figments of their imagination. Indeed, everything and anything except me. Nor is my invisibility exactly a matter of a biochemical accident to my epidermis. That invisibility to which I refer occurs because of a peculiar disposition of the eyes of those with whom I come into contact. A matter of the construction of their inner eyes, those eyes with which they look through their physical eyes upon reality. I'm not complaining, nor am I protesting either. It is sometimes advantageous to be unseen, although it is most often wearing on the nerves. Then too, you are constantly being bumped against by those of poor vision, or again, you often doubt if you really exist. You wonder whether you aren't simply a phantom in other people's minds, say a figure in a nightmare which the sleeper tries with all of his strength to destroy. It's when you feel like this that, out of resentment, you begin to bump people back. And let me confess, you feel that way most of the time. You ache with the need to convince yourself that you do exist in the real world, that you are a part of all the sound and anguish, and you strike out with your fists, you curse, and you swear to make them recognize you, but alas, it is seldom successful. I can hear you say, "What a horrible, irresponsible bastard." And you are right. I leap to agree with you. I am one of the most irresponsible beings that ever lived. Irresponsibility is a part of my invisibility. Any way you face it, it is a denial. But to whom can I be responsible, and why should I be, when you refuse to see me? And wait until I reveal how truly irresponsible I am. Responsibility rests upon recognition, and recognition is a form of agreement. Take the man whom I almost killed. Who was responsible for that near murder? I? I don't think so. And I refuse it. I won't buy it. You can't give it to me. He bumped me. He insulted me. Shouldn't he, for his own personal safety, have recognized my hysteria, my danger potential? He, let us say, was lost in a dream world, but didn't he control that dream world, which, alas, is only too real? And didn't he rule me out of it? And if he had yelled for a policeman, wouldn't I have been taken for the offending one? Yes, yes, yes! Let me agree with you. I was the irresponsible one, for I should have used my knife to protect the higher interests of society. Someday that kind of foolishness will cause us tragic trouble. All dreamers and sleepwalkers must pay the price. And even the invisible victim is responsible for the fate of it all. But I shirked that responsibility. I became too snarled in the incompatible notions that buzz within my brain. I was a coward. But what did I do to be so blue? Bear with me.
Empty bed.
Spring's hard as lead.
In my head.
Feels like
like oldness.
What did I do to be so
Black and no choice for me.
even on my
Ran from my
all
home.
my life through?
I've been so black and I'm white inside, but that don't help my case.
Don't you know it, brother?
'Cause I can't hide what is on my face. Oh,
I'm so forlorn.
life's just a thorn. Life's just a thorn.
My heart is torn. Why was I born?
What did I do to be so black and blue? Mercy, mercy, mercy. Look here, look here, look here.
Well, alright. Hey there, cats.
Here it is.
Just feeling black and blue. I'm white inside, but that don't help my case. Don't you know it, sister? 'Cause I can't hide what is on my face. I'm so forlorn.
It's just a thorn. My heart is torn.
Why was I born? What did I do
To be so
There was a time our happiness seemed never ending. I was so sure that where we were headed was right. Life was a road so certain and straight and unbending. Our little road with never a crossroad in sight. Back in the days we spoke in our civilized voices, our women in white and sturdy young men at the oar. Back in the days when we freely made all our choices. We can never go back to before. If I had dreams, then you seemed to dream them for me. Back in the days when everything seemed so much clearer, or women in white who knew what their lives held in store. Where are we now? We can never go back to before. There are people out there unafraid of revealing that they might have a feeling, or they might have been wrong. There are people out there unafraid to feel sorrow, unafraid of tomorrow, unafraid to be weak, unafraid to be strong. There comes a time we must be the people in motion. These are our lives. We want more. This is our sky, our moon, and our stars, and our ocean. We can never go back to before. We can never go back to
Baby, the children are singing and acting, okay? Look, my name is Tobias Young. I am one of the founding members of the Black Artists Coalition, and I just wanted to stop it right quick, just so I could say a big thank you to everybody that is tuning in thus far. Look, if you've been asking the question of the year, which is, what can I do to help? How can I be of service? What can I do to make a difference? I'm gonna tell you how, don't worry about it. All you gotta do is check out one of these financial institutions that I've just popped up on the screen, be it either Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, and just send over a donation, no matter how big or small. Any and all donations are welcome and are appreciated. We are raising funds for the National Action Network from tonight, October the 8th, all the way through October the 15th. And, you know, hopefully with your guys' help, we will be able to cut a nice size check to really help out some people that are in need. One last thing before we jump back into the show, because I know you want to hear some more singing. I know you do. I know you do. I just wanted to bring attention to the fact that there are over 87 Black artists that are being featured in this presentation tonight. And that's not all of the Black artists in town. We are featuring 87 Black artists in this particular show. And I just wanted to say that because that's a large number. So if there are any people on this screen, if you're a casting director, if you're an artistic director, if you've liked what you've seen tonight and you've seen a bunch of faces on this screen that you've never seen before, reach out to them. Get their information, get their resumes, get their headshots, put these people on your stage, because let me tell you, the talent of the Black local talent in the DMV is out of this world. And I just wanted to make sure that I made that very clear. The talent that you need from the Black artists, we already got y'all covered right here in the DMV, okay? Now look, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up because I know y'all want to see some more singing and some more acting. So y'all go on ahead and enjoy the show, okay?
I'm praying because I've seen a world separate and not equal. The separation was based solely on the color of the skin instead of on the content of the character. I'm praying because this separation was felt in all areas of life. There was no equality in education, housing, wages, medical care, nor within the justice system. I'm praying because we have protested by sit-ins, rallies, marches. There have been riots, looting, burnings, crying, and shouting for change. All of this during the 60s. I'm praying because it is now 2020, almost 60 years after those protests. I'm praying because, for the sake of my grandchildren, I pray this is the last and final time we have to walk these times again. I'm praying. Are you?
I was born by the river in the little tent, yeah. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there, no, way beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Said I go to the movies and I go downtown. Oh, but somebody keep telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. Listen, then I go to my brother and I say, brother, won't you help me? Help me please. But he winds up knocking me. Oh, knocking me back down. Back down on my knees. There's been times when I thought I couldn't last more long.
Araceli's Gurmai from the Black Maria. After Neil deGrasse Tyson, Black astrophysicist and director of the Hayden Planetarium, born in 1958, New York City. In his youth, deGrasse Tyson was confronted by police on more than one occasion when he was on his way to study stars. I've known that I wanted to do astrophysics since I was 9 years old, a first visit to the Hayden Planetarium. So I got to see how the world around me reacted to my expression of these ambitions. And all I can say is, the fact that I wanted to be a scientist, an astrophysicist, was hands down the path of most resistance. Anytime I expressed this interest, teachers would say, "Don't you want to be an athlete?" Or, "Don't you want to?" I wanted to become something that was outside of the paradigms of expectation of the people in power. And I look behind me and say, well, where are the others who might have been this? And they're not there. And I wonder, what is the thing on the tracks that I happened to survive and others did not? Simply because of the forces that prevented it. At every turn. At every turn. NDT, the Center for Inquiry, 2007. Body of space, body of dark, body of light. The Skyview Apartments, circa 1973. A boy is kneeling on the rooftop. A boy who, it is important to mention here, his skin is brown, prepares his telescope, the weights and rods to better see the moon. His neighbor, it is important to mention here that she is white, calls the police because she suspects the brown boy of something, she does not know what at first, then turns with her white-looking his telescope into a gun, his duffel into a bag of objects thieved from the neighbors' houses, maybe even hers. And the police, it is important to mention that statistically they are also white, arrive to find the boy who has been turned by now into the suspect on the roof with a long black lens, which is, in the neighbor's mind, a weapon. And depending on who you are reading this, you know that the boy is in grave danger. And you might have known somewhere quiet in your gut, you might have worried for him in the white space between lines 5 and 6, or maybe even earlier, and you might be holding your breath for him right now because you know this story. It's a true story, though miraculously, in this version of the story anyway, the boy on the roof of the Skyview lives to tell the police that he is studying the night and moon and lives long enough to offer them, the cops, a view through his telescope's long black eye, which, if I am spelling it out anyway, is the instrument he borrowed, and the beautiful trouble he went through lugging it up to the roof to better see the leopard body of space speckled with stars and the moon far off, much farther than, since I'm spelling the thing out, the distance between the white neighbor who cannot see the boy who is her neighbor, who in fact is much nearer to her than to the moon, the boy who wants to understand the large and gloriously unhuman mysteries of the galaxy, the boy who, despite America, has not been killed by the murderous jury of his neighbor's imagination and wound. This poem wants only the moon in its hair and the boy on the roof. This boy on the roof of this poem with a moon in his heart Inside my own body, as I write this poem, my body is making a boy, even as the radio calls out the Missouri coroner's news, the Ohio coroner's news, 2015. My boy will nod for his milk and close his mouth around the black eye of my nipple. We will survive. How did it happen? The boy, the cops, my body in this poem, my milk pulling down into droplets of light as the baby drinks and drinks them down into the body that is his own. See it, splayed and sighing as a star in my arms. Maybe he will be the boy who studies stars. Maybe he will be, say it, the boy on the coroner's table, splayed and spangled by an officer's lead, as if he too weren't made of a trillion glorious cells and sentences, trying to last. Leadless, remember, the body's beginning, splendored with breaths turned by time into at least this song. This moment made, and the mackerel soul caught flashing inside the brief moment of the body's net, then whoosh, back into the sea of space. The poem dreams of bodies always leadless, bearing only things ordinary as water and light.
There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. If you cannot preach like Peter, if you cannot pray like Paul, you can tell the love of Jesus, who died to save us all, who died to save us all, to save. Sometimes I feel discouraged and think my works in vain. But then the Holy Spirit revives my soul There is a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There is a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. There is
and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place so we'll be saved.
I pray we'll find your light.
I pray we'll find your light
and hold it in our heart.
and hold it in our heart.
And stars go out each night.
When stars go out each night,
Remind us where you are.
remind us where you are.
Let this be our prayer.
Let this be our prayer.
When shadows fill our day.
When shadows fill our day.
Oh, lead us to a place. Oh my.
Guide us with your grace.
Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
A world where pain and sorrow will be ended,
And every heart
that's broken will be mended. And we remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We are slightly kind and watch us from above.
we hope each soul will find another soul to love.
Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer.
Just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring.
Ring with the harmonies of liberty.
Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies.
Let its resound loud as the rolling sea.
My black is flawless. I've never been this proud before. My skin has never felt so good.
Was I not used to it?
I can't remember when I loved this shade so much. My color is dark and lovely.
It sings with a rhythmic melody of beauty.
My black is loud.
It yelled at this pale-faced lady the other day. She tried to demean my black.
And just as quickly as she did, my black screamed back.
My skin roared with elegance,
reminding you it's not afraid anymore.
My black is loved. I rubbed it down tenderly today, making sure to touch every inch.
Ever so gently, it glistened and radiated.
My black shimmers and still catches attention.
It's been kissed and hugged, yet selfishly wants more.
My black is hopeful.
I've had a freedom that was honestly free.
I've lived in a time when my black was okay.
My black lives today safely from oppression, though still hated on.
My black believes in a better tomorrow.
Still lives in dreams of liberation and equality.
My black has a great future.
My black is an artist, thoughtfully chosen to be just this.
Not chocolate, not sweet or bitter.
My black creatively exists where no other black lives.
My deep, rich black is still unmatched.
Nothing is dark.
Masterfully advances my own natural look.
My black is resilient.
Offended and hurt in the past.
The complexities of this complexion cannot be understood.
I took my black out for a day and was terribly made fun of growing up.
People hold no discretion or reservation against my black.
As though a fugitive, my black has been ostracized, attacked, and found guilty.
Yet still fought back, rising against the contempt of others. My black isn't weak and advocates for me.
My black isn't always easy, but I am black, and black is me.
True to our God, true to our native land.
What does it mean to live? Is it gaining wealth or claiming fame? What does it mean to live? Is it having everything you want and having it your way?
Seems like there's more to living, more than our selfish biddings, more if we dare admitting more.
What does it mean to live? Is it marking time from day to day? What does it mean to live? Is it focusing upon yourself, pushing those who cared away?
spinning, or if we dare committing more. For there's no I in we, and there's no me in community. 'Tis the lesson we must learn and nothing less.
There's no license to be a true member of society unless we will to live a life of selflessness.
What does it mean to live? Is it giving up when times are hard?
Sometimes the road can be so hard.
What does it mean to live? Is it letting jaded memories make you cold with disregard? It seems like there's more to living, more if we try forgiving, more if we dare attempting more. For there's no I in we,
and there's no me in community.
'Tis the lesson we must learn and nothing less.
And there's no license to be a true member of society
unless we will to live a life of selflessness.
More than things that matter to me, life becomes alive when lived in community. Life's made better when we share, when we dare enough to care for someone, sometimes.
stop and take a minute to be alone and realize how you feel? Are you living life the way you wanna? Are you taking time for what is real? We talk and talk about what needs to happen. It seems like everybody should improve. If change is like a chemical reaction, I think the activation starts with you. In time, everything must change. Nothing ever stays the same. Every day we have to choose what we're gonna do. It's all up to you. Be the change that you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, it's you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, it's you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. You preach to everybody that you talk to, pretending as if you are in the know. And really you're the one who needs to listen, 'cause preaching is a cover for your soul. The time is now, I sit around just waiting. Act as if your brother is in need. If it were you, there'd be no hesitating. So give yourself with generosity. In time, everything must change. Nothing ever stays the same. Every day we have to choose what we're gonna do. It's all up to you. Be the change that you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, it's you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, it's you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, just you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Take care of each other and you best believe we'll change the world, just you and me. Just be the change you wanna see. Be the change you wanna see. Be the change.